We're going to go through a list of players that could be on the Mets' radar in terms of who they are in the Mets minor league system. They're going to get some time in spring training. And with the World Baseball Classic coming up as well, you're going to get a real good chance. We're going to get a real good chance to see some of these guys. And some of these guys might be on the Mets' radar. They might be playing in during the season. So I found this list on Metsmerized online, and you need to check this site out. It's a great Mets site for all things about our team. And I'm going to go through some of these names. And some of these names you know of. Some have played for the Mets in the last year or so. And there's one big prospect on here. First up is Jose Bujo. And we saw him last year against the Phillies. He didn't pitch so well. But his name's been bandied about. I'll read some of it. Bujo has made his name by doing a lot of strikes and limiting walks, although he has never really posted high strikeout totals. His best pitch is a slow changeup, and his pitch mix also includes a fastball that sits in the low to mid-90s, and a curveball that he uses and throws sparingly. Now, his name will be used. He did get a start last year. He, like I said, did not pitch well against the Phillies. We will keep an eye on him. I mean, he's a guy that's going to fill in if they need him, if they get a little bit short. So that's one name. Another name is Bryce Montes de Oka. We saw him late in the season as fans. We saw him in September. He throws very hard. He's a bullpen piece. He throws about 102 miles an hour. He could be a tremendous asset if he's able to, do what some relievers struggle. And I think he's having a bit of an issue. He pitched okay in Binghamton and Syracuse, but really the thing with him is the fact that he throws very, very hard. And he might be a guy that'll get bounced back and forth. I'll call him up, and we'll see what happens with him. Another name, this is the biggest name on this list, and he sort of has taken a step back from some of the big Met prospects. We know that Ronnie Mauricio is 21 years old. He's still considered very high, but he's not in the top 100 in prospects. He did not have a great season last year in the Mets minor leagues. He did, however, win the MVP in the Dominican Winter League. And he played great. And he scored the winning run in the championship game down there. He had a tremendous offseason. But he's taken a step back as a major league prospect. He did not take that step forward that some prospects take when they get to Double-A. He didn't make that jump. The Mets have been kind of waiting for him a little bit. He's a weird case because he's not a speed guy. He's very big. You've seen pictures of him in past spring trainings. He's a big kid. So he's not really going to be suited for shortstop much longer. And he's probably going to be a third baseman. He doesn't have a lot of speed. It doesn't seem like he's going to be an outfielder. So he is a switch hitter. And he does have comparisons. People compare him to Alfonso Soriano, the former major leaguer. He played for the Yankees and the Nationals and the Rangers. So that's really the big comp with him. I would expect that he'll start in Binghamton this year and then make his way to Syracuse. He's on the 40-man roster. So the Mets thought highly enough of him to protect him, because he would have gotten picked up as a Rule 5 guy. The next guy, Eric Orsi. Kind of heard about him a little bit last year. He's a bullpen piece. He pitched not so great last year, but he was well thought of in spring training last year. So we'll keep an eye on him. He might be one of these guys that goes back and forth. Grant Hartwig. Let me read you a little bit off of this. He was an undrafted free agent 21. Along the way, Hardwick posted an absurdly low 1.75 ERA, I guess in Syracuse, and a 1.094 whip in 56 2/3 innings, striking out 83 batters and recording 13 saves. His pitch mix is predicated more on deception and overpowering stuff. That's a little tricky. Combining his sinking fast, because as you know with the bullpens, everybody throws hard. You can't be like a guy that's an all-speed guy. Not anymore. With sweeping slider and an occasional changeup to lefties to keep hitters off balance. He did not pitch well in the Arizona Fall League, according to this. He is 25 years old, so he might be on the bubble. The Daniel Nunez, who I've heard the name a little bit. He's one of the lower-ranked prospects the Mets have. If you ever see a list, he's in the 25 to 30 category. He's another guy that is a reliever. He does 100 miles an hour. Now, according to this, he has been a starter, but the Mets kind of view him as a reliever. So we'll see what he gets up. I've heard him a little bit. Josh Walker, that's a different name. I have not heard him. Now, he's an older guy. He's 28. He was the 37th round pick by the Mets in the 2017 draft, but his longevity has not transitioned to experience. He's pitching every minor league season since 2017, yet has been severely limited by injuries, making more than 14 appearances in just one of those seasons. So that's not good. That is not a good situation. But, getting to be 28, the Mets are probably going to want to find something about their investment with him, and he might be a guy that you can see getting thrown to the wolves in a game. You can see the Mets bringing him in. I don't know. I don't think he's on the 40-man. So they would probably do something with him. Recall his contract, and then send him back down. I could certainly see that happening. But so I'm going to go through more players. We're going to do a lot of this stuff over the next couple of weeks as we get closer to spring training, and we're going to talk a lot about these players during the WBC, because we're going to get a chance to see a lot of them. When the WBC happens, they really dig very deeply. They dig very deeply in the minor leagues when they need to play these spring training games. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about me talking about the prospects that are going to be on the radar over the course of the season. And I'm sure somebody will pop up in spring training that's impressed Buck, that's impressed Billy Epler, and maybe possibly impressed me. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Hit the link. And also, if you are subscribed, I want to point something out. Make sure you hit the bell for notification, because I'm noticing that a lot of people aren't watching and they're not getting notified. So please hit that bell so you can get notified that there's a video going up, because videos go up all the time. So thank you for watching, as always, and I'll see you later.